I am Jay Slater. I'm a family doctor. I've been practicing in Vancouver for 30 some odd years right now.
I'm Karen Forgy. I'm a rural family physician on the Sunshine Coast.
Well, my name is Carol Williams. I'm a family practitioner currently still practicing in the Cowichan Valley. I enjoy learning every day, and medicine, you never know everything, so it's like a lifetime learning. I always found that interesting.
I would say earlier on I was just mostly interested in biology and physiology, how systems work. My father was an ophthalmologist.
I'm not sure why I wanted to be a doctor, I just always have. And I took a path that was a little bit meandering before I got to go into medicine.
My why was that I didn't want to be in a job where things got to be routine, because it's never routine.
I've had a varied clinical life, and the first part of my work life in Vancouver was a full-service family practice in the downtown east side. And in walking away from that practice, that was an eye-opener. You kind of know it at the time, but you don't know it until you're saying goodbye to people and they're showing their love and affection and appreciation.
I started as a nurse in Newfoundland. I quickly switched from being a hospital nurse to going into the outport nurses.
What keeps me going more than anything is teaching. I teach a lot, and I supervise new physicians. From them, I learn every day. I mean, I always learn from them, and I just find that fascinating.
In my non-clinical life in Vancouver, I've had the privilege of being on various leadership roles, trying to edge the system forward or make changes to the bigger system. Most currently with the Vancouver Division of Family Practice, trying to reimagine and reinvigorate primary care.
Over the past 10 years, I have been working towards more leadership roles. I've enjoyed doing more and more leadership work with this organization and Doctors of BC.
One of the things that struck me is that you go about day to day doing what you think is your job, and people notice that you're doing things that supposedly are recognizable as perhaps above and beyond.
The long game is the relationships, the joy of seeing patients through their lifespan and being there for many parts of that, and what a privilege that is.
It means a lot to me that my nominator and colleagues have felt that I was worthy of this honor. I'm really touched by that and a little bit in awe, because I always think of who else deserves these awards. I would like to thank my nominator. I'd also like to thank my husband. He's been with me on this long, winding road. Lastly, I'd also like to thank the Yaya Sisterhood. They all know who they are.
Extremely humble. Initially a bit surprised as to why me, why this, what have I done differently. To thank my family, especially my husband, who when people didn't stay home with their children, he did to raise my children.
I'm hugely honored. I'm a bit surprised. I think showing up day after day for 30 some years, shows a commitment to the job and to making, people's lives in Vancouver better. First and foremost, my family, and certainly my wife, who's also a family doctor, who understands the stresses and the nature of the work. My kids, who put up with, the long hours and the weekends away.
When I'm speaking with new physicians, residents, students, I make sure that I emphasize to them that this is, as was told to me, your key to the world. You can do so many things. The opportunities are huge.
I have a huge amount of gratitude. I feel really privileged, really lucky to have chosen this path.
You don't have to go in a straight line to your goal and that you're going to get there. And so just enjoy the ride.